Chapter 18. Growing Pains. I felt something in my stomach, a surge of hope and fear and anger unlike anything else I have ever experienced. "You don't know where my father is," I said, my voice shaking. "Oh yes, I do," said BKR, inching forward. I looked around for help. Tar Gibbons was lying on its side near BKR, eyes closed, legs stiff. Was it dead, or merely unconscious from the force of BKR's fall? At first I couldn't see Madame Pong at all. Finally I spotted her, sprawled on the floor about 5 feet from BKR. Like Tar Gibbons, she was unconscious or worse. Gracker and Snout were nowhere to be seen. One at least was in the lunchbox, the other was missing. I was alone, face to face with the cruelest person in the galaxy, and he was offering me my heart's desire, if I would only betray my friends. I blinked. Friends? When did I start thinking of them as friends? It didn't matter. I knew it was the right word. But it didn't change what BKR was offering me. My father. "I can take you to him," whispered BKR, creeping forward. "Give me that piece, and I'll tell you all about it." I said nothing. "He's waiting for you, Rod," said BKR. "Waiting for you out there. I can take you to him. And I can show you things, Rod. I can show you the stars. I can take you where you belong." It was ridiculous. BKR couldn't possibly know where my father was. It was as impossible as what? As aliens flying through my window? As me being 2 inches tall? I shivered. Was anything really impossible? If not, then maybe BKR really did know where my father was. I thought of all the lies Mickey had told me, and how I had believed every one of them. I was so gullible, so stupid when it came to that. Only now I understood more about lying. I'd done it myself. But my father... A voice spoke in my ear. "Rod, ignore him. Insert the gizmo." Some people have a conscience. I had a talking plant. But I wasn't sure if he was the best source of advice. After all, who knows how plants feel about their fathers? BKR was still on his knees. He didn't look like the cruelest being in the galaxy now. Just a weird guy with blue skin and a spiky head. But I remembered the words of Madame Pong. Millions have wept. "Rod!" called another voice. "Don't listen to him!" It was Snout. He had crawled out from under a stool and was standing about 2 feet behind BKR. "Why not?" I shouted. I was surprised to realise that I was crying. "Is he lying?" "I don't know," said Snout. "I only know that he is cruel for the sake of being cruel. He must be stopped." Cruel for the sake of being cruel. What was the cruelest thing he could do to me? Promise me my father. "Rod!" cried BKR as he saw me move my hand. "Don't!" It was too late. I placed the FD gizmo against the slot and pushed down. The next few moments were a blur. The Ferkel shot forward, throwing me off. I hit the table hard. "You fool, Albright!" cried BKR. The Ferkel swooped near him. It paused, hovering, and the orange ray shot out from the bottom to suck in Madame Pong. BKR lunged for the ship, but it swung away in time, banking to the left. It hovered over the inert form of Tar Gibbons. Again the ray shot down, but as Tar Gibbons floated into the ship, BKR threw himself at the Ferkel. He landed right on the ship. It sank toward the floor. Wobbling from side to side, it struggled over to Snout and pulled him in. BKR continued trying to drive it down, looking like someone trying to hold a beach ball underwater. But while he couldn't get the ship all the way to the floor, neither could the Ferkel rise high enough to pull me in from the table. Phil's voice sounded in my ear again. "Rod, get out of the house, as fast as you can." "How?" I cried. Before he could reply, I figured out the answer on my own. The rocket belt. Touching the controls, I shot into the air. "Get back here, Pudge boy!" screeched BKR as I shot over his head. But he couldn't hold on to the Furkle and chase me at the same time, and he wanted the Furkle more, so he let me go. My problem was, go where? How could I get out of the house? I flew to the top of the room and looked around. The windows were all closed. I was sure that was true for every room in the house. Nor would there be any open doors. Then I saw it. The fireplace. I just hope the damper is open, I thought as I zoomed down over the top of the fireplace and then curved up inside the chimney. I could see blue above me. Twisting the controls, I shot straight up the chimney and into the sky. I was barely past the bricks when I heard a rumble beneath me. The Furkle was enlarging. I continued upward as Billy Becker's house exploded. Bricks, boards and bits of glass went flying in all directions. I stared down in awe. Where there had been a house but moments before, there was now a ship. The Furkle in its full-size glory.